Hi guys, in the last video we had created a UI for login and sign up screen, and in this video we will be adding Firebase to our application. So for this, first go to Firebase, type Firebase into your browser and you will be redirected toward the Firebase website. Then click on this Firebase website. Then there will be option go to console. Here you need to create a project first. So let's rename it as Firebase to do app. You can rename it anything. Then I don't need Google Analytics for this, so I will disable that option and create project. This will create a project which we can add into our application. Once the project is created, we need to set up some things. Then we'll be able to use this Firebase. Okay, the Firebase project is created. Then this is the overview of the project that we had created. And here you can see the Android option. Go to that. Then we need to add the package name of our application. So for that, inside your code, there will be an Android folder, and inside Android folder, there will be an app, and inside app, there will be build.gradle where you can see this namespace. Just copy that namespace and paste it here. Then name the application as you want and register app. It will create a config file for us, and we need to place the config file into our application. Yeah, so the config file has appeared. We need to download it, and once it is downloaded, copy this file, go to your VS Code and paste it inside the app folder. Okay, I will rename it as simply Google services.json because I had downloaded it previously. That's why it has named it to 2. Okay, so this thing is done. Then we need to do changes in 2 files. One is inside the app directory and another is inside this Android directory. So inside Android directory, there will be a build.gradle, and same build.gradle there will be inside app directory. We need to do changes in both these files. So what are the changes we will see? After clicking on next, we need to add the Firebase SDK. So there are two things we need to add. First, inside the Android build.gradle, and next one is inside project app build.gradle. So let's add it one by one. First, add it for Android build.gradle file. Here you need to add some additional things. That is, need to add a build script. It will be small, yes. And inside build script, just paste this repositories as it is here. Then add additional property which is dependencies. And inside dependencies, add this line. As we had added it as dependency, so we have to rename it as class path. Copy this version and add it here using colon. Then erase all the thing that is present in the front of that. And you need to do additional small change, that is uh, this full stop will be replaced by colon. Okay, so we had added for Android build.gradle, then we need to do same thing for app build.gradle file. Here as we move to the top, there will be an plugin properties where we need to place this Google Services plugin, and at end add a dependency property and place this implementation there. Adding this, try to build the application. If it doesn't succeed and give some error, then add an additional line, which is implementation, then platform. Org dot. Okay, so we had done the changes which are required for Gradle files. Then go toward this Firebase interface, and we are good to go. So we had added our application. Then we need to install two packages. For now, we will add one, which is Flutter. Add Firebase core, which will help to use the Firebase keys and additional Firebase functionalities into our application. So the package is added. Then we need to go to the main file. Inside main file, in the void main, okay, we need to make this function as async because we are going to use the Firebase here, and for that we need async and await. So first we need to ensure the Flutter binding, which is Flutter binding dot ensure initialized. After that thing, we need to use an await keyword, and here Firebase dot initialize app. After that thing, inside initialize app, there are options where we need to pass the Firebase option. Here we need to pass API key, app ID, and all the IDs required for adding Firebase, which we can do. So inside this, there will be an add app, and here it is an web option. Then register app. Then you will get all these API keys that you can add into our application. Just paste this here. Okay, so we had added all the keys. Now let's try to run the application. If our application builds successfully, then Firebase has been added into our application, and we can use the functions that are provided by the Firebase, such as authentication or storage one. In the next video, we will be adding Firebase authentication functionality into our existing UI. So let's see if it builds successfully or not. As you can see, the build is successful. It means that Firebase had added into our application. But sometimes it throws an error that the minimum SDK should be of level 22, 23, or 19, something like that. So for that, you can do a simple change. Inside this app directory, there will be build.gradle, and here there is a mini SDK, which you have to change it to the number that is present in the output. So in my case, it was showing 23 in the previous build, so I had added 23 here and the issue was resolved. In your case, what number is present here, you need to add that number here. Yeah, so build is successful. It means that Firebase had been added into our application. So in next video we'll be adding that Firebase authentication functionality into the UI, and let's meet in next video. Thank you, bye bye.